episode of Star Wars Old Republic 2. I'm with 85. Let's talk to some people in the salvage camp. So there's nothing you can do with Tapele. Absolutely nothing. Rallon. Anything I can talk to you about? Nope. Okay, Joran. No, I clearly said Joran, not you.
I feel much better now, thanks to you. I don't think I thanked you properly down there. I was pretty shaken. I found a few Jedi artifacts down on sublevels. I was planning on selling them to Darala, but I'll sell them to you if you want them instead.
Okay. How much do you want for the Jedi artifacts?
I found 3 things down there. One's some sort of crystal, and the others look like lightsaber parts. If you give me 1,000 credits, you can have it all. That'll be enough for me to get off this rock. No returns on this. You're stuck with what
Can I
you
see
bought.
them?
Doesn't work that way. Maybe it's worth a lot more than 1,000 credits, and you make off real good. Maybe it's a lot less, and I make off good.
There. 1,000 credits.
A pleasure doing business with you. Now I can finally get passage back home. Hope that junk is worth it to you. I really do.
Actually, it is really important that you get that, because lightsaber focusing lens fixture, improved ion, that is really, let's do this. Yo, bao-dur. Do I have all the lightsaber parts I'll need?
Let me see what you have. That's everything. Now all you need is a little quiet time with the work.
Kind of lightsaber do you want to create? Double-bladed lightsaber. What color focusing crystal do you use? For now, I'm going to use violet. And we've finally got our goddamn lightsaber. This is happening right now. Sorry, Vibro Double Blade. I'm not using. I'm 2 to 24, 4 to 20. It still does more damage than that. But and you can actually get the new 9 to 25. That's still about. But look at this. We are now a Jedi with a lightsaber and everything. Now we're finally going to see lightsabers starting to drop in the such. So let's talk to him again now that he's given us a lightsaber.
Back again, huh? But it's nice
Right,
to see you.
can you tell me about the Lagrix?
Oh, they like tunnels, and we never saw much of them except underground in the hilly regions. I guess to a Lagric, the sublevels must be like paradise.
What were you doing down there in the first place?
It was all Tapele's fault. She said the entryway to the sublevel was safe enough. That area has hardly been explored. We barely got in there. Then everybody started going left and right, grabbing anything they could. It was every man for himself, and nobody was watching for Lagrics. Then, before you know it, we were under attack by those beasts. So salvagers were running every which way, and they left me to die.
So did you find anything?
I think I was the only one that managed to find anything worth something down there. Crystal and a couple things that looked like they go in a lightsaber.
Well, why? Okay, so that's all that. Now let's talk about the
Back again, huh? But it's nice
moisture
to see you.
vaporator.
Oh, that again. I sold Sulu the moisture vaporator in the same condition it was in when I found it.
How do you explain the missing modulator?
I don't know, must have fallen out somewhere. I came across it later.
And don't you think it's despicable to make someone buy back their own possessions from you?
Finders keepers. I've got a permit that allows me to salvage anything on the Enclave grounds. I didn't make up the laws here, but I abide by them all the same.
Just give me the modulator.
You're a bit demanding, aren't you? If you want the modulator, I'll sell it to you for 500 credits. The same price I offered to Sulu.
I saved your life. You owe me better than that.
I'm thankful for what you did for me, but I really need
I
to make
gave
it
you
up.
money. Okay, let me just. This is why I keep my pheromone package handy.
But it's nice to see you. Oh, that again. You're a bit.
Oops, I can't do that. Let's just force persuade.
I'll give you the modulator. Huh? Did I just?
That's actually seems like it would be dark side, but it's actually not dark side. I'm still just so happy. We have a violet, purple, double-bladed lightsaber. I'm buzzing. Right, now actually let's talk to Jalala. Let's talk about dead salvagers.
It's a shame about them. Have any luck getting to their bodies? I figure there's about no chance you'll succeed, but the reward is still open.
I found their bodies.
Yeah. You managed to find them down there? You're tougher than you look. I have 1,000 credits for their bodies and their personal effects.
Right, now, did we have a quest for that? I actually can't remember. Redemption, blah blah blah, blah blah. Keep crawling, goes to rest, find the boys, this one. Oh, so that's why she wants. I'm gonna give that to Zeron. So sorry, Durala. I want to see what you're selling. I want to see if you sell any good stuff that I could want to put in my my newly found lightsaber. You have a sigil crystal, which is pretty good crystal. Discharge, I need to sell. That's criticals. Deflection emitter, blast bolt deflection, dragnet lens, damage bony. I want that. And I also kind of want on hit stun. I could stun them, but I also want. I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna buy the sigil crystal. Right. So now, I think what you think, guys. Now I'm going to see you guys at the next area that we need to go to. I'll see you guys there. Okay, guys. Here we are. Let's talk to Saeed, that guy who asked us to get those atmospheric sensors. Actually, I've found 3 of them.
That's great news. My office is
Not so fast. We found a little surprise inside them.
I was afraid of that. So, how do we do this then?
Why is there surveillance equipment in the sensors?
We were picking up off-world transmissions between the mercenaries and someone we don't know who. We know that the mercs are up to something. We just don't know what. We set those atmospheric sensors up to gather information. Now you know why we need those sensors. I'll pay you 5,000 credits for all 3 of them. That's about all we can afford. You make money.
Now, you could go 5,000 credits, or you can go 3,000. I'm going to go with 3,000 because I want the invaluable influence that should give me with bao-dur.
Yeah, that's admirable of you. Thank you. I'll get this back to Zeron when I get back to Kunda.
What? This didn't give me influence? Is my guide a lie? Nice, it does.
Kind act. It is good to see that one can still show compassion even after the war.
So I thought that it was glitched because it wasn't giving me influence in the conversation, the like pop-up screen afterwards. No, you just had to walk away and then he'll initiate a conversation. Same with Atten and Visas.
And that is why
But bao-dur, getting influence with bao-dur is much more important than getting influence with Atten, because Atten has way more influence opportunities than bao-dur. But that's the side quest complete, so now we're going to go ahead and do a couple more side quests. So I'll see you at the next one. You alright?
The more worlds we travel to, the more questions I have. It's not just the hardships of the people, but something more.
It is difficult to turn away from the suffering of others. That is why one must help when they can.
You are right. There is something more at work here.
What do you mean?
The attacks on Qatar, Telos itself, the decay on Dantooine. Something is wrong, but I cannot pinpoint what. It's like their connections have become sickened, damaged. Sometimes I feel like I almost understand, and then it just slips away.
So yeah, we're on the Evan Hawk. I decided that I actually wanted to do a little bit of talking, dialogue, upgrading, and all that jazz. So first thing I want to do is I want to upgrade my goddamn lightsaber and make it amazing. I don't have an emitter yet, but I have power crystals. So of course I'm going to put in the Mutrasuric crystal, which gives me an attack +1, 2 dexterity, 1 strength, 3 wisdom, damage +1. There with that's basically light side damage. So that is an amazing crystal that we're always going to have in our lightsaber. Now it's just a matter of the other one. Attack +1, wisdom +2. It's a good one for a consular. Wisdom +1, I got another consular. The sigil crystal, that's a good one. Damage, just riba. I'm gonna get myself the sigil crystal. Since I spent so much money getting it for a lens. Attack but reduced. Synthesized both. I'm gonna get myself the Dragonite lens. As well as the... I'm gonna get the improved out on it because it's basically the improved version of that. And now all I need is an emitter, which sadly I don't have. But yep, that's my lightsaber upgraded. Now it does a lot more damage. 5 to 32. It's really good. I like my lightsaber. So let's talk to bao-dur and see if bao-dur has anything to say.
You know, I'm glad I found you again, Jin.
What are you talking about?
We were together at Malachor. I don't know if anyone else could understand.
So why are you here?
You're getting philosophical on me? I'm here because you found me on Telos and I decided to come along for the ride. Not that I had much choice after we got going.
I mean, why are you still here?
Tired of me already? I was frustrated, watching the Ithorians getting pushed around by Zerka. I thought I could make a difference, but it was taken away from me. Guess if one planet was good enough for me, why not the galaxy?
Sometimes there are things that can't be fixed.
You just have to know what the circuits look like.
If you see them, let me know.
I'll be sure to do that, General. Was there something you wanted me to...
Never mind, I don't think so. So that's... There we go.
Having you here has an effect on me, General. I never noticed it years ago. I think my mind was too occupied then.
It's good to hear I'm having a positive effect on you.
I feel calm, more in control. The anger is still there, but I can feel it drifting away. The last years of my life have been defined by it. The Mandalorians, Zerka, and Revan. And above all else, myself.
What about me for giving the order?
Never, General. It had to be done. My hands destroyed the Mandalorians. I cannot be forgiven for that.
If Ulik Keldroma could be forgiven for waging war against the Republic, you can be forgiven for saving it.
Even if I did it out of hatred of the Mandalorians.
You did it to save us, to protect us from death.
That might be the truth, but I don't want to see it that way. I can't just ignore the blood on my hands.
You're too stubborn. There is no blood on your hands, just the blood your guilt forces you to imagine.
Even if there isn't, I still feel like I need to do something to make up for it.
Oh, I'm so glad I can do this already. This is awesome. Learn the ways of the Force. I could teach you, but you must let go of your anger, or else it will destroy you and you will fall.
Under your guidance, I feel like I could overcome my anger.
Then we have no time to waste. He's now a Jedi Guardian! We've made bao-dur a Jedi! How cool is that? He's now a goddamn Jedi. Oh, I can't level him up right now. I need to do a lot of leveling. And that's basically it. I don't have any other need to talk to bao-dur at all for the rest of the game, I don't think. So that's that. I made bao-dur Jedi. That's the whole reason I had him with me for Dantooine, so I could get influence with him. Don't think I've got anything to talk to you about. And make him a Jedi. I don't think Krea's going to approve. But let's... Oh yeah, and I can... Oh, I can't put that in. I thought I had a control cluster or something. I must have already put that in him. I guess I can sell that again. TT, is there anything to say to you? Can... any spikes can you give me? Nope, apparently not. Okay. Atten, anything you've got to say, my friend? Questions?
Alright.
No. Okay. So there is actually a number of things. I actually wanted to see if I could put all of Atten's upgrades that he has in his light battle armor into the Achani light armor that I got, and maybe let's see if I could just take all the way. I'll take all this out and then put it into the Achani light armor. I'm gonna give him the armor we've underly marked too, actually. And that turns out that's actually quite good. That's actually so much better. So now Atten has got new armor, shiny light armor. So that's that. We're making great progress. Now let's go talk to Kreia, because we did something with Kreia. Well, I did something for Kreia. Oh, she doesn't approve.
How do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room.
It's not my fault if they follow me.
Is it? Perhaps you are wrong. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience.
I'm no leader.
No? Perhaps not. Or perhaps you are different. Something more. I am not blind. I see what they see, hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice the change when they speak to others.
Why are you angry?
I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening?
Well, I made bao-dur a Jedi, so I've noticed that their behaviour is changing, Atten especially.
The fool dances in your shadow for your favor. The disciple, he worships you quietly. The alien obeys you. Even within the machines there are echoes. Watch them carefully. See their patterns and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done.
Yeah, you have a point. I will reflect on this. Please don't be dark side.
And then act upon it. That was
What do you mean?
Revan's.
Nice!
You never asked yourself how Revan took the Republic and Jedi beneath him, how he made them his.
He was a powerful presence. There was little one did not believe when he spoke. There was little one did not believe when he spoke it with conviction.
Ah, but to make officers turn on their own heart, to bomb innocent worlds, to make pacts, strong influence, deep. And where did these Sith teachings come from? And why did Revan embrace them so strongly? So many questions, yet the answers are few.
They came from the Sith Empire.
Oh, did they? No. Revan met no Sith Empire, yet he learned their teachings. Many have mistaken the soldiers beneath Revan, the machines that were constructed to be the Sith. They are wrong. The Sith is a belief, and what Revan formed was not an empire, but something else. Yet how he did it is curious. And I suspect the answer to that question is tied to another. How was Revan able to corrupt so many so quickly?
I want to... Damn it! I did get dark side points. Bye light side master, but I should get that back. It's just... It was worth it really for the influence that I got with Kreia. So... Do you know anything about the Sith? Still no.
Nothing more than we will. There is danger.
Kreia's the only one that I'm really struggling to get influence with. Still no for that.
Ask. He spared them. Keep his slave close to you. Ask, and I... That crystal, most interesting.
Alright, so we need to do stuff with that.
Does it matter? Perhaps I am... Or what? Shall you... Is that the way of a...
Right, so I don't have tons of influence with Kreia. I'm looking to change that because I've got influence with everybody else. I know I got dark side points there. I wish I hadn't, but yeah, sadly, it seems like the only way you can really get influence with Kreia is through dark side stuff, and it's so annoying. And it also is so annoying to me because I actually know what happened to Revan, and I know what happened with all of that stuff because I've read the books, but I'm not going to say anything. So let me talk to her about the crystal.
That crystal... Let me focus on the crystal for a moment. There. Now...
Awesome.
Is there something...
Okay, questions about how you amassed. Oh, that's basically all that again.
Ah, and where did
Any other thing?
Very well.
Oh yeah, the lesson about my skill.
Have you done as I asked?
Yep.
That is a skill I know well. To know the knots of muscle, the currents of blood within the veins and flesh. It is a galaxy within the galaxy. The ability to heal is also the ability to harm, and the inability to heal what is damaged can also bring about harm. Skill does not always draw from the Force, but it is a measure of power nonetheless. It can grant knowledge, help steady oneself when one's thoughts are in chaos, or grant enlightenment. Much can be achieved without the Force, as you know. Life continues, persists, and may be helped or harmed as a result. Now I am
A
tired.
bonus to your weakest and strongest skills, and also experience, maximum force, all that awesome stuff.
Very well. The Jed, you may have already. Others may
I've
have.
talked to her about it.
A defensive technique, but effective. Use it if you do not wish to be hit, or if you are facing many opponents with blasters. With a lightsaber blade and enough skill in deflection, it is an excellent defense against blasters, but in other situations, it merely delays the inevitable.
Okay, now what about What about force techniques?
Very well. Oh. It allows you to recover your strength with the Force more quickly, and it lends strength to your Force powers. It has no other drawbacks. Such a form is a gift, preferred of the Jedi consulars, and effective in combats where you must fight only through the Force.
Okay, so that's everything to do with Kreia for now. This episode is dragging on, but we've got one more person that we need to talk to before we can actually go and continue on with Dantooine, and that is Disciple, who will set up shop in the medical bay.
There is something I have observed, and now I feel I must say it. I have found your presence to be inspiring. With your growth in the Force, you seem to have found your center, and throughout the dangers we face, you remain calm and focused. I understand now why others followed you to war. Perhaps that is what leadership is, and it is something I have seen in only a few during my travels. In any event, it has been some time since I traveled with a Jedi, nor one so firmly upon the path. I wanted to thank you. I fear the stories that were spoken of you have misrepresented you, and if I have the opportunity, I shall reverse them whenever they arise.
Thank you for your kind words. They are not necessary.
Very well. Then forgive me, but there is something I must ask. In my study of the Jedi histories and the more contemporary records, I have heard tales of a Jedi who was exiled. You are that Jedi, but the records are somewhat evasive on why this was done. I wanted to discuss why you chose to leave the Jedi Order and accept
Now,
exile.
Disciple is something to note. Most of your influence options with Disciple will come from converse dialogue options. There's actually less influence options for Disciple as there is for bao-dur, but you get more than enough influence options in dialogue with Disciple, and you don't get any with bao-dur. So, I left to protect innocence on the Outer Rim.
I see. And because you went to war, they cast you out?
That was my belief, but recent discoveries seem to indicate there may have been other causes.
Do you have a record of this trial?
Yes, T3 has a copy of it.
Perhaps I shall examine it when I get the chance. With your
You are
permission.
free to do so.
I appreciate your trust. Thank you.
And as easy as that, light side points. And I've got my mastery back, that's awesome.
I have studied the holo record of your trial. I am unsure what to make of it. I must confess that I was searching for some meaning beyond the records. A reason for why one would leave the Order.
I did not leave the Order, I was exiled.
Yes, but exile is rare, and I have found it is not really something that the Order can enforce. Believe it or not, it was really your choice.
You saw the record, there was no choice, it was a sentence.
I don't think so. Perhaps some of them felt strongly about your sentence. I think something else concerned them. Again, the choice to turn away was yours, not theirs.
Are you sure I don't know you? You look familiar, more so than before.
You are correct. I am afraid I have not been entirely open concerning my past. If I look familiar, it is because we have met before, at the Enclave on Dantooine, many years ago. As on Coruscant, Force-sensitive children are taken to Dantooine as well, though it is done rarely and only with those they believe are destined to become Jedi Knights. It is the secret nature of the place. If you are not chosen by a master when you have come of age, however, then the path of the Jedi is denied to you. I met you on Dantooine, long ago, briefly. You taught us the ways of combat, how to hear music within the movements of a lightsaber blade. It is difficult to explain the difference between you and Master Vrook, but I think it is because he was knowledgeable, but not a leader, not a mentor. You were different. We could all feel it, and I knew that if I were to have a master, I would want it to be you. And then you went to war. Many Jedi went to war, and the Jedi Masters proclaimed that you were Jedi no longer. Atris, the mistress of the Archives, was first among them. I knew at that moment that if you would no longer be a Jedi, then you must be correct. I realized I did not want to be a Jedi. Instead, I wished to follow your path. And in any event, there was no one to train me, even if I wished it. They all went to war as I grew past the age of acceptance.
So you turned away from the Jedi and the Force because of me?
It is possible to forget the Force, you know, if you have not felt it strongly enough. And there is little to miss. I never felt the Force as strongly as I did when I was with you. And so I decided to serve the Republic, study the Jedi teachings, gather them perhaps. It was important to me to understand the Jedi now that they were gone. I felt some part of you should be preserved, so that your lessons would not be lost.
I'm sorry that my leaving for war has such consequences on your future.
Perhaps. I still harbor doubts about the path.
That is so totally... What? What? Ugh. I could train you through the Force again.
It is not time.
Oh, so he's still not influenced enough. Okay, so tell me about your training on Dantooine.
Many Jedi went to go fight in the Mandalorian Wars, and few returned. To their disciples left behind on Dantooine, on Coruscant, there were few masters to train them. I was one such student. Perhaps not as strong in the Force as the others. It really did not matter. The teachers left behind were few. Only a few students were accepted as the Mandalorian Wars raged on. And when I came of age, there were no masters left to train me. So I was forced to leave the Order, to seek my path elsewhere. It was for the best, I think. I had begun to have doubts, and I think the masters were aware of them.
Do you blame the Jedi who left?
Never. I have seen you, traveled with you. My life was mine, not chained to yours.
I'm sorry, blah blah blah.
Your apologies are not needed or warranted. I chose not to follow the Jedi, and the choice was my own.
So, influence gain, light side points, backstory, what are you doing?
At times, I meditate, simply close my eyes and listen. It is quite calming. I try to treasure these moments before the next crisis begins.
Can you teach me to meditate?
Of course. It would be my pleasure.
You have recovered Force points and a one-time bonus to your Force points through meditation. You can meditate with the disciple anytime if no enemies are nearby.
I try to treasure these moments.
So that's actually quite useful. A quick way to regenerate your Force points. And you get influence with disciple. You can see gaining influence with disciple is like taking candy from a baby. It's honestly so easy. If you're light side, of course. If you're dark side, you're kind of screwed. Oh, so much dialogue to talk to. So what do you do again?
I am an historian and
Oh,
scientist
right.
working for
That's
I have
basically
I came to
all that
Dantooine
stuff. Tell me about what you're doing for the Republic.
Not much remains.
Basically all done all that. Oh.
Because I fear that unless the Jedi teachings are preserved, we will lose the galaxy. And because whatever my feelings for the Order, they do not extend to preserving their knowledge.
Do you have a problem with the Jedi?
No, not their lore, their histories, but their masters, their teachers, perhaps. I have tried to keep an open mind about their practices, but I have seen the Republic scarred too many times by their students.
The Republic has also been saved countless times by these same Jedi.
That is a truth I cannot deny. It is sometimes difficult to see that side as I walked upon Dantooine, but I will consider what you have said. There is There's another side to their efforts and their teaching that I sometimes forget.
But why do finding the Jedi matter to you?
I'm trying
And
to
that's
stay- despite the troubles of the Jedi,
basically all that again.
yet as long as on
Light side points.
yes, it's
He can also make you med packs. Got a life support back from him.
yes,
He can heal you. So
very well. There, that's. Are you sure you need? Yes, your muscle tone looks good. Your response time seems You have the same vitality about. I am surprised no one has told you the same before. It is the truth. and
is he
essence
flirting
in
with
all
me? I can't
kinds.
even tell right now.
Yes.
Questions.
That is hardly a
Said you had medical training.
Yes, I have been trained by some of the best researchers in the Republic, which is a humbling experience, let me tell you. But if you ever need some
Okay.
medical,
So he's basically a walking lab station.
I do not know if you are aware of how still
Yep, that's all been talked
That is
about
hardly-
before.
no. It is not the way I fear that there and again. That is hardly a force bomb. What do you mean? I'm not sure I understand. No. I thought I had heard mention of such connections in some of the holocrons, but I do not possess them. They are part of the holocrons that were taken from the Enclave.
Where would the holocrons be?
I do not know. I do not know who has taken them. If we were to find them, perhaps I could help you find the answers you need. I know some of what you speak. It is said that when a Jedi and Padawan establish a close connection, that they can feel each other across distances and coordinate their movements in battle. The intensity of the connection varies. That bonding is said to also be something that manifests itself in such techniques as Bastila's battle meditation, the ability to touch the minds of others, to demoralize or inspire them. It is also said that moments of death or near death may also cause such bonds. The stronger one is in the Force, the stronger the connection.
Is it ever lethal?
I've never heard of a bond being lethal. I suppose such a thing is possible. I had not truly believed Bastila's battle meditation until I had seen it in action.
What about thoughts?
Thoughts, images perhaps, but not actual communication in words. A bond often causes a sensation to be passed along it, such as extreme fear and pain. Still, I have seen Jedi who have the ability to communicate with aliens and beasts. It is a rare thing. Perhaps telepathy is one such talent.
Where would the holocrons be? Oh, it doesn't know.
I
Well,
do
that
not know.
sounds like the...
That is hardly as
So let's try it again. Yes, we can! We can train him to be a Jedi as well!
I have watched you. You have become strong.
That's
in the
two
Force again.
companions turned into Jedi in one episode.
You have achieved a center in the chaos around us.
On the first planet as
My
well.
master, the one intended for me, left to fight in the Mandalorian Wars. Now she has returned. And I ask her now if she will train me in the ways of the Force.
No! Are your feelings in the matter clear? To become a Jedi is no easy path.
They are. The one who was to be my master was lost at Malachor 5.
So it ends.
I want you to teach me the ways of the Force. To become a Jedi Knight. What I meant.
Then let us meditate and open ourselves to the Force. Silence. And he's got his sword sticking through his face. Disciple, you have something on your face. Imagine the initial teachings of the Jedi, your first steps within the Enclave. Remember the wind among the plains of Dantooine, the feel of life around you. Think of what you felt when our paths crossed again. And at last, see the galaxy through the Force. Oh, it's a blade. Disciple is taking his first steps in the path of a Jedi Consular. You would think he would be a Guardian, but no, surprisingly not. And that's that.
Yes? That is
I'm pretty sure that's everything I'm going to ever do with Disciple, but Now we need to go talk to Kreia, because Kreia will obviously have something to say about that, teaching people how to be Jedi. She doesn't care about bao-dur, but Disciple's different. Oh, actually, maybe she doesn't. Now, does Atten have something to say about us talking to Disciple? Because I believe he gets jealous. Nope, okay. Right, so that's bao-dur is now a Jedi Guardian, and the Disciple is now a Jedi Consular. So I think that's more than enough for one episode. So thank you guys very much for watching this episode of Star Wars: Old Republic 2. Hope to see you next time. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to my channel for even more content by me, Raider95. See you next time. Take care, guys.